Hello guys, in this video we'll learn about the graph manipulation in the graph theory. I am Professor H.D. Padia from SHGMC, Shigao. In a manipulation of a graph, there are the several functions that appear very frequently and users should know the shape of their graphs. Of course, the user could use a graphing utility to draw this graph. We are very much familiar with the designing of a graph. Any graph may contain the number of points with the x and the y coordinates. Now, on a graph, generally three functions are performed to manipulate it. The first function is the shifting. Here, we can perform the shifting of a graph on a x-axis or on a y-axis. Second is the reflecting. Here we can perform the reflection of a graph along a x or along a y-axis. And third is the stretching of a graph. We can also perform a shrinking of a graph. But here, majorly we are considering only the three functions to perform the manipulation of a graph. First is a shifting, second is a reflecting, and third is a stretching. Now, if we consider a graph with the 4 points, that is A, B, C, D, then it is a one square graph. Here, if we consider the coordinates of a vertex A, then it is a 2, 2. The vertex B, it has the coordinates 7, 2. Vertex C, coordinates are the 2, 7. And vertex D, coordinates are the 7, 7. Now, we'll see how to perform the shifting, reflecting and stretching operations over this graph. First, we'll start with the shifting operation. The transformation involves the shifting the entire graph of a function up, down, right or left. Means we can shift any graph on a right side, on a left side, up side or on a down side. Therefore, there are the two types of the shifting. The first is the vertical shifting and second is a horizontal shifting. In a vertical shifting, the graph is moving up or down because this transformation involves adding a positive or negative constant to the values of the y-axis. While in a horizontal shifting, the graph is moving the right or left because this transformation involves the adding a positive or negative constant to the values of x-axis. That is, in a vertical shifting, we can perform the addition or the subtraction of the values. We can increase or we can reduce the values of the y coordinates, and in horizontal shifting, we can increase or decrease the x coordinates. In other words, we add the same constant to the output value of the function regardless of the input. If we have to perform the horizontal or the vertical shifting, then we have to perform the increment over a coordinates or the decrement over a coordinates. Then we can use the function here, that is the g of x is equals to the f of x plus k. The function f of x will shift vertically by the k units. If we have to shift the any graph by the two coordinates over x-axis, then we have to increase the x coordinates by 2. If we have to shift any graph vertically by the two coordinates, then we have to increase the y coordinates by the 2. We'll see the actual shifting operation. If we consider it is one graph, the graph for the function f of x which is in a rate, and if we have to perform the horizontal shifting of this f of x by the 2 points, then its resultant graph is for a function g of x. That is called the horizontal shifting. Now, the second example, here we have the one sine wave. This sine wave is totally shifted over a y-axis. That's we call the vertical shifting. And we have the third example. Now here the function f of x, it is shifted the horizontally as well as vertically, and therefore we have the resultant g of x. Now we'll see the first horizontal shifting. Suppose we have the one graph that we have considered before that with the 4 points vertex A, B, C, D with the coordinates 2, 2, 2, 7, 7, 2 and 7, 7. Therefore, we have this graph. Now, in horizontal shifting, suppose we have to shift this graph in a right side by the 2 points. Therefore, I have to increase the x coordinate of every vertex by the 2. Now this 2, 2, it will becomes the 4, 2. For the vertex B, coordinates are the 7, 2. Therefore now it will the 9, 2. For vertex C, coordinates are the 2, 7. Therefore it must be 4, 7. And for vertex D, coordinates are the 7, 7. Therefore it must be the 9, 7. And if we plot a graph with these coordinates, then we'll get the graph like that. Here we have performed the shifting of entire graph in a right side by the 2 coordinates, and that's we call the horizontal shifting. Here we have used the formula, that is x plus 2 is equals to x1. The x1, it is a new coordinate. Now here we'll discuss the vertical shifting. Again we have considered the same graph. Now if we are to perform the vertical shifting of the entire graph by the 2 points, then we have to use the formula, that is y plus 2 is equals to y1. Means we have to increase the y coordinate by 2, and therefore this vertex A have the coordinates 2, 4, vertex B coordinates are the 7, 4, the vertex C coordinate becomes 2, 9, and for the vertex D the coordinate becomes 7, 9. And if we plot the graph with these new coordinates, then we'll get the graph like that. Here the point A, it is shifted vertically by the 2 points, point B, point C and point D. All these vertex are shifted by the 2 points over a y-axis, and this shifting we called a vertical shifting. These are the basic 2 types of the shifting. If we change increase or a decrease, if we perform the increment in a x-axis, then your graph will shift on a right side, and if we decrease the values, then it will shift in a left side. If we increase the values of the y coordinates, then it will move upwards, and if we decrease the values of y coordinates, then it will move downwards. It is a shifting operation with 4 possibilities. Graph may shift in a right side, a left side, up side and the down side. Now we'll discuss about the second possible operation we can perform on a graph, that is a reflection operation. If for any graph g of x is equals to minus f of x, then the graph of g is obtained from the graph of f by reflecting about the x-axis. We can perform the reflection of a graph about a x-axis as well as about a y-axis. If user choose the any point on a graph of f, the reflection about the x-axis of that point is on a graph of g and the vice versa. Therefore, the graph of g is the reflection of the graph of f. For any graph g of x, if the g of x is equals to the f of minus x, then the graph of g is obtained from the graph of f by reflecting about the y-axis. We can perform the reflection of a graph about the x-axis as well as about a y-axis, and based on this we have the 2 different types of the reflection operation of a graph. These 2 types are the horizontal reflecting and the vertical reflecting. Now we'll discuss some example for the horizontal reflecting, in this example, if we look to the original graph, then it is in a positive region of the y. If we reflect this graph about the x-axis, then we'll get its mirror image. It will reflect about this x-axis, therefore now it is in the negative region of a y-axis. It is called the horizontal reflecting. In a second example of the vertical reflecting, the original graph, it is in a positive region of a x and the y-axis. If we have performed its reflecting about this y-axis, that's we call the vertical reflecting, then it will reflect to the negative region of x-axis. These are the two types of the graphs. The first, if we perform the reflection about the x-axis, that's we call the horizontal reflecting, and if we perform the reflecting about the y-axis, that's we call a vertical reflecting. Now we'll consider a graph with the four vertices, vertex A, B, C, D, with the same coordinates that we have considered before that. Now we'll see how to perform the reflection of a graph about a x-axis as well as about a y-axis. First we'll see the reflection about the x-axis. If we are to perform the reflection of this graph about the x-axis, then we have to change its y coordinates. The vertex A, it is with the coordinates 2, 2. Therefore, we have to change it as the 2, -2. Vertex B, it have the 7, 2. Therefore, it must be 7, -2. Vertex C, it have the 2, 7. Then it must be the 7, 2, -7. And vertex D, it is the 7, 7. Therefore, now it must be changed to the 7, -7. If we plot the graph with these new coordinates, then we'll get the graph like that. The vertex A, the x coordinate is 2 and y coordinate is -2. The vertex B, x coordinate is 7, y coordinate is -2. Vertex C, x coordinate is 2 and y coordinate is -7, and vertex D, x coordinate is 7 and y coordinate is -7. This is called a reflection of a graph about x-axis. If we are to perform the reflection about x-axis, then we have to perform the change in a y coordinate. Now, the next we'll see the reflecting of a graph about y-axis. Again, we'll consider a graph with the four vertices, vertex A, B, C, D. Now, we'll see the reflection about the y-axis. If we have to perform the reflection of a graph about y-axis, then we have to change their x coordinates. The vertex A, it is with the coordinates 2, 2. Therefore, now we have to change it into the -2, 2. Vertex B have the coordinates 7, 2. Therefore, now it is -7, 2. Vertex C have the coordinates 2, 7. Therefore, now it is -2, 7. And vertex D have the coordinates 7, 7. Therefore, it is changed to the -7, 7. If we plot the graph with these new coordinates, then we'll get the graph like that. Here the vertex A, it have the coordinates -2, 2. Vertex B have the coordinates -7, 2. Vertex C have the coordinates -2, 7, and vertex D have the coordinates -7, 7. If we perform the complement of the y coordinates, then we'll get the reflection about the x-axis, and if we perform the complement of the x coordinates, then we'll get the reflection about the y-axis. Now we'll move towards the third possible operation to be performed on a graph, that is a stretching operation. If we have the any graph g of x and then it is equals to the c into f of x, that is we are performing the multiplication of a graph with a one constant value c, then the graph of g is obtained from the graph of f by a vertical stretch if c is greater than 1 and a vertical shrink if c is in between 0 and 1. If the constant c is less than 1, then graph will shrink. If it is equals to 1, then we'll get the graph as it is, and if c is greater than 1, then we'll get the stretching of a graph. The stretching and shrinking change the distance a point is from the x-axis by a factor of c. Now, we'll consider some examples for the stretching operations. Here, the graph in a blue line, it is an original graph. If we have performed the stretching of a graph, then the every point will stretch with a constant value c. It is in a proportional to the constant value c. The second is again the example for the stretching. The original graph is in a black, and if we have performed its stretching, then we'll get the graph which is in a red color. Again we have the third example, the graph G, that is an original graph, and if we perform its stretching, then we'll get the graph that is a graph F, and vice versa. If we consider the graph F is an original graph and perform its shrinking, then we'll get the graph G. If we consider the graph in a red color is a original graph and we perform its shrinking, then we'll get the black graph. And in the first example, if we consider the graph in a red color is an original graph and we have performed the shrinking operation over them, then we'll get the graph in a blue. Now, with examples, we'll see how to perform the shrinking operation over a graph. Again, we'll consider a graph with the four vertices A, B, C, D with the coordinates 2, 2 for A, 7, 2 for B, 2, 7 for C, and 7, 7 for D. Now, if we are to perform its shrinking, then the shrinking must be the vertically as well as the horizontally. Like we have to pick up this D coordinates and then we have to shrink. We have to move this graph in this way. The point A must be as it is, but the remaining vertices, that is the vertex B, C, D, that must be changed, and the change must be in a proportion. If we consider the same graph, then if we have performed the stretching operation, the vertex A must be the as it is, that is 2, 2. Now the vertex B, it is also the as it is 7, 2. If we are performing the vertical stretching, the vertex C, now it must be changed from the 2, 14, and vertex D, now it must be the 7, 14. If we plot the graph for that, then we'll get the stretch graph with these four coordinates. The A, B, these two are as it is, and the C, D, the distance between the A and C, that was the 5, but now it is the 12. The second is an example for the horizontal stretching. Now in a horizontal stretching, the vertices A and C must be as it is, while the vertices B and D, that must be stretched from this x coordinate 7 to the 14. Therefore, in that the vertex A, it is with the 2, 2, vertex B, now it is changed to the 14, 2, vertex C, it is as it is 2, 7, and vertex D, now it is changed to the 14, 7. And we can observe this graph is stretched horizontally. The vertices A and C are as it is, while the vertices B and D are stretched. It is called a horizontal stretching. Now, in a third example, we'll see the stretching along a x and y, that is horizontal as well as the vertical. Now in that, the only vertex A, it remains as it is, while the vertex B, C, D, all they have changed. This, if we pick up the point D and if we stretch from this corner, then obviously the vertex C, D and B, all these three vertices will stretch. Therefore, the vertex A, it is with the coordinates 2, 2, vertex B, now it is with the coordinates 14, 2. For the B, the value of x coordinate is changed. For the vertex C, the value of y coordinate is changed. Now it is 2, 14. And for the vertex D, both the coordinates x and y are changed. For the D, the x coordinate is 14 and y coordinate is also 14. It is a third type, the stretching with a diagonal. These are the three operations that we can perform to manipulate a graph. The first is a shifting, that we can perform in 4 different ways. We can perform a right shift, left shift, up shift and the down shift. The second operation is the reflecting, that we can perform the vertical reflecting and the horizontal reflecting, that is a reflecting about x-axis and about y-axis. And the third operation is the stretching operation. Here we can perform the horizontal stretching, vertical stretching and stretching with a diagonal. If you understand all this concept, then subscribe to my channel and like the video. Thank you.